Holy cow, this thing's a beast. Alright, here's machine. Here's everything that was in it. I already said, showing you power cord, USB, little bag of screwdriver, Allen wrench, maybe some hold downs for the slats in there. Funnel. Came with 2 sheets of acrylic. Looks like 6. I don't know if those are 8x8 or 12x12. And then probably 6x8 or 6x12. 4 sheets of probably 3mm basswood, something like that. Same size, 4 sheets of thicker cardboard. Usually don't make anything with cardboard, but I do like that they put that in there because it'll be handy to use that trying to get everything set up, doing some practice engraves and cuts just to make sure the machine is up and running, the mirrors are lined up and all that, and the camera function's working. So I do like that they put the cardboard in there. Bottle of antifreeze, I'll have to read that. I don't know if I even have to put any in since this will be inside. Maybe I'll just throw a little bit in with the water to feel happy about it. xTool P2 self-check guide, and came with 2 identical quick start guides. So maybe they're important. Maybe I should actually read those since we came with 2. So I'm going to read through that, and then we'll probably tackle the stock fan on the back side, taking that out and putting my own exhaust port on it. Alright, first order of business. It says there should be a screw right down in here. It says to unscrew that or loosen it so you can remove the base plate that's underneath it and take the foam and the cardboard out that was in there. Well, you don't see any foam or cardboard in there because I obviously already pulled that base plate out because there was no screw there. It did come with 3 extra screws, so I'm hoping one of the shorter ones will fit down in there. That was basically the second step to unboxing this thing, and we're already missing a screw. Alright, perfect. Extra screw worked, so we're good to go there. Let's go to step 3 in the quick start guide, and hopefully that goes better than step 2. Alright, strike number 2 for the refurbished machine. I had to remove 6 screws on the inside, and then to get this back cover off, sorry I'm holding my phone as a camera. So we had to get this back cover off. There was 6 screws on the inside that I removed, and then there should have been 5 on the outside here. All 5 screws were missing. It said check the glass laser tube to make sure there's no cracks. Doesn't appear to be any cracks to me. I don't know how well you can see that with my phone as the flashlight. It does look like there is some condensation on the outside, which I figured because it was below freezing in the delivery truck all day, and now it's inside. So I believe the next step they said was to fill this up with antifreeze and water. I'm actually not going to do that yet. I want to get this warmed up and let all that condensation naturally just go away. So I think I'm going to just place the cover back on now. I don't think I'm going to put those 6 screws back in, so I'll eventually have to take them back out tomorrow probably, or later tonight. I think for now I'm going to work on the back here where this exhaust port is. Like I said, I'm going to be removing this entire fan system in there, unhooking it, capping it off, and then putting an aftermarket 3D printed exhaust port on it. So I'll be taking this entire fan out. This is 3-inch, and I'm putting a 4-inch port on it. So the piece I'm putting right onto the xTool will actually not have a fan. It's just a 3D printed port, and the inline fan down there is what I got. 6-inch. It's going to be a heck of a lot better than that 3-inch built-in exhaust fan that this comes with. Other than missing some screws, so far everything looks like it's in pretty decent shape. So I'm gonna try to tackle this exhaust port right now. All right, strike 3. The little Allen wrench that comes with it that is supposed to be for the exhaust back here, it's too small, doesn't work. So that's junk, get rid of that. Went out to the garage, got my own Allen key or Allen wrench set. This one works, so yeah, hopefully we don't have more than 3 strikes. All right, got the exhaust fan port pulled off. Looks like there's just a clip right here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this holding the camera and my phone as a flashlight, but looks like I just have to unclip this, and then I'll probably grab some electrical tape or duct tape to wrap around the other end, because it's just going to be sitting there. Yeah. All right, we got that 3D printed exhaust port on, so that's good. Now the 4-inch exhaust hose will just clamp onto that. All right, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is plugged in and turned on and running. I put the water right in here, 1100 milliliters. Had to plug it in and turn it on, and then it kind of pumped some water into the system, I guess, wherever it goes. Don't really have a clue. Then it said to add another 300 milliliters of water. I had to stop adding it before I got to 300 because it was about to overflow. Sucked a tiny bit out, put the cap back on. So far looking good. Next step is to put this panel back on and then hook up our exhaust pipe. All right, 4th strike. Just had a little piece of hard plastic. It broke off from somewhere when I opened the lid. I don't know if you can see that. Broke off, fell down in this general area. Looked everything over. I have no clue where this little piece broke off. Hopefully we don't need it for a smooth operation. So we'll see. A little disappointed that we're missing screws, and now this little hard plastic piece fell from somewhere, but we're gonna stay at it and hopefully everything turns out good. All right, hair on the lens. All right, obviously it's turned on. You can hear it running. When I close this light does not go to lock. I don't know if it's supposed to though, since we're not sending a project yet. I'm hoping that's the case and that's not something that little plastic piece was for, because if it is, then we're screwed. But I think that's only going to be for when we're running a project. It'll lock itself once the project starts, I think. So we got it in. I raised the bed up a little bit. Exhaust fan hooked up in the back, if you can see that. Running down here, I just did some zip ties down there you can't see on the inline fan. That's just sitting there. Can turn the fan on with the remote. There's I don't know, 8 different settings, I think. I'll turn it on full blast and you should be able to hear it. It actually gets pretty loud if you can hear that. That's pushing quite a bit of air out, which is good. That's what we want. I'm going to go ahead and shut that down. The next step was to connect this to our PC and download XCS, which is the xTool software. I still have to go in, and I think I already have it on my computer, but I'll probably have to update it. Because I usually don't use XCS, I use Lightburn, but I had to install XCS 2 years ago when I had my first laser, the xTool D1 Pro 10 watt. So I'm going to update that. I don't know if this is going to work because it came with a USB C, I believe is that, to a USB, and it wasn't nearly long enough to reach my computer. I did find an Ethernet cord. It's got a spot there. Plugged it in, ran it behind the machine, back behind my computer. I do not have another Ethernet port on my PC because I have one coming into that from the modem, I believe. I'm not a technological person. So I've got a modem with my internet, whatever it is, DSL, wireless, not a clue. So a cord from the modem to the PC, and a cord from a modem to a router. Quick update before I call it a night. I brought in my laptop, USB. I actually got my laptop connected to the P2. Looked like it would run. Connected the Wi-Fi. Hopped over to the computer to try to do the Wi-Fi, and it still wouldn't work, so I got to connect USB from the P2 to my computer before I do the Wi-Fi. So I got this thing on wheels, so I just wheeled it over out of place, got it connected. Looks like the USB connection's made. It's just doing some updates right now, and then hopefully I can get this connected to the Wi-Fi, move it back, unconnect the USB, and hopefully it'll work. Alright, it's the next day now, trying to get this set up. I got a longer USB cable, got it hooked up. I still couldn't figure out the Wi-Fi. I think it might have something to do with my computer and or my router. I'll keep trying to figure that out. In the meantime, I just want to make sure this machine is running. So got it still connected to the USB. It's turned on. I just randomly threw a piece of wood in here because with this xTool P2, I'll show you kind of my screen right here. It's got two cameras in it, and one has a close-up view, and that should engrave right on there. So I just got my my logo on there. I'm going to engrave it, make sure it engraves, and then after that I'll cut it out. Alright, that was surprisingly pretty fast. I'm going to open this up and see what it looks like. So obviously we had some issues getting it set up, missing some screws. We had a piece of hard plastic fall off. Obviously that piece of plastic did not affect the productivity of this machine or the operation of it, I guess. I am going to reach out to either xTool, or I'll probably start with the official xTool eBay store and inquire about getting some extra, or not even extra, getting more screws so I can make sure that back cover is screwed on securely how it's supposed to be. And I'll probably vent my frustrations a little bit about that piece of plastic already coming off. But fresh out of the box, haven't even adjusted the mirrors yet, and I'm impressed. So yeah, definitely stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe if you want to see more videos on this machine as I learn it. I'm also going to have to learn the software. First impressions, I love it. Camera system is amazing right out of the box. As far as I can tell, no adjustments are needed on the camera. I will go through and check the mirrors, clean them. Since I have them, I'll pull them out, clean them just to make sure they're clean, put them back in. Then I'll have to hop on YouTube myself and watch a couple of videos on how to adjust the mirrors, or test them, I guess, to make sure they're adjusted how they're supposed to be adjusted. Inline fan worked great. When I was cutting it, I just turned it up all the way. I think there's eight or nine different settings. I just turned it up all the way. You could see the smoke coming off the wood in there and just getting sucked right up in that exhaust fan. Never smelt any smoke or exhaust. Left the fan running, you know, for 10-15 seconds after the machine was done, just to make sure all that exhaust cleared out. So first impressions, I love it. Did have some issues with the refurbished machine, but so far it's working good. Hit the like button if you want, subscribe if you want, and stay tuned for more videos. Alright, See you guys later.